It's 8:10 in the morning, and here we have a parcels train going from Heaton to York, although it probably originated in Huskisson in Liverpool. I think that it should go over the Woodhead, but today it is diagrammed for the Midland route as far as Sheffield, hence the funny locomotive. It should have been a K3, but that loco is in the shops at the moment, as are so many others. Here it is, crossing the rather heavy bridgework over the River Tame. You might wonder why it's going so slowly. Well, the reason is that it has to go slowly to overcome the blurring on the video taken at 60 frames per second. Here is a mixed freight at 9:07 in the morning, travelling between Heaton Mersey and Roseley. It's very mixed and largely empty. Struggling a bit now as it attempts the hill up to Bennington Junction, just on the Portwood viaduct. Funnily enough, here's some more coal, going between Gower Hole and Northwich at 10:27 in the morning. We'll soon hear a little boop as it approaches Stockport Tunnel. (10:30) train, Liverpool Central to Hull, diverted off the Fallowfield Loop. Home signal clear to distant. Starter clear. Advanced starter clear. Distant clear. So here's our train, this time hauled by a Fairbairn 264, hauling rather old stock. The models are ancient Ian Kirk kits, followed by slightly younger Bachmann Thompson coaches, all much modified over many years. Passing the typical Cheshire Lines signal box and on eastwards. Continuing eastwards over the bridge over the River Tame, which the other side of the bridge joins the River Goyt to form the River Mersey, big river country. It continues over the Portwood viaduct, which is a series of bridges and brick embankments on its way to Godley Junction, where there will be a change of traction to electric. This is a shot taken from the tracks looking east towards the industrial area of Portwood, which we're now going to have a look at in a series of still pictures with hopefully a short voiceover. This is Portwood Viaduct, which is really a series of bridges with brick embankments between them, and we'll have a look at that in a bit more detail. Going along the viaduct east to west, this is the first street, called Water Street, probably because it's quite near the river. Next up we have Pool Lane with a nice lorry coming under the bridge and some of the mills in the background. Next up is part of the brick embankment, and I think those large cables you can see there indicate that Cheshire Lines is soon to go DCC. A little further west is Portwood Place, yet another iron bridge and more bricks. Viewed from the south, the road and rail bridges over the River Tame, which forms the Mersey. We're now on the south side of the viaduct, and the long girder bridge on the left is Portwood Place, the other side of which we've just seen. We're now going to have a look at the mills on that street. This is looking along Avenue Street, where you can see a number of mills and three-storey houses, which I have made as far as possible from a very limited selection of photographs. And in the case of the large mill in the middle, I've had to reduce its height by 1 story because its length has been halved. They're the compromises we make. Now back to a few trains.